Hello beautiful souls, and welcome to Pisces season, our final season in the astrological wheel of the year. I'm very excited to share this pick a card reading with you as we dive into the saltwater spirit oracle today. So let's get started. Welcome to Pisces season, the final season in this wheel of the year. Very exciting to see how things have developed and grown and expanded for you, hopefully, in the last year since we started in Aries season last March. We know that Pisces is the ruler of the 12th house, which is very much about endings. It is a mutable water sign, which means it's very changeable in its energy. So you might find you're changing your mind quite a lot, your feelings quite a lot, your emotions quite a lot in this season. It's connected to the planet Neptune, which is a very eccentric, unique, spiritual, out there planet, and it's really connected to intuition. If you have any Piscean friends, or if you have a lot of Pisces in your own astrological chart, you'll probably find that intuition is really strong for you. It's also a very creative energy. Every Piscean person I know is creative in some way, and they'll say to me, oh, I'm not, and then it'll turn out they're really good at drawing, or they're really good at music, or they're really good at singing, or they're really good at creative writing. So it is a very creative energy. So I really encourage you to look at where is Pisces in your chart, or if you are looking at your soul plan chart, where is the energy number 19? How is that showing up for you in a really creative, out there, breaking the mold kind of way? So the cards we're working with today are the Saltwater Spirit Oracle, which I just recently unboxed for you guys. If you haven't seen that, just click the link in the description box below. And the Soul's Journey deck by James Van Praagh. Really like this deck, it's always spot on. So I'm very excited to share this reading with you. So all you need to do is just close your eyes and just tune into your body for a moment and just ask your heart, what do I need to know for Pisces season? What will guide me in this moment? And when you're ready, open your eyes and choose from card pile 1 on the left or card pile 2 on the right. Just always trusting that your intuition will show you exactly what you need to know. If you chose card pile 1, then your main theme for Pisces season is Birth of Venus. You are worthy of divine love. What a beautiful card to receive, because this is really about endings this season. So this is really saying you have come really through the 12 astrological signs this last year and really grown and really expanded and healed yourself. And now is an opportunity for you to really recognize your worth. It says here, you are worthy of divine love. So all love, when it's unconditional, is divine love. There are no conditions to divine love, to God's love, Goddess's love, spirit, universe, whatever you believe in, right? There is no condition. You are worthy of love, full stop. There is no explanation needed. And so this card is really inviting you to recognize that. Maybe you've been doing some self-love and some self-care, but that's about you accepting and loving yourself in this human form that you're in right now. This card is saying, no matter what form you're in, no matter who you are and what you do, you're still worthy of love. You are still a being of love, and it's really inviting you to step into that this month. So I love that this is talking about Venus, obviously the planet of beauty, love, pleasure, finances, right? It's always connected to your values and your money. So this is really asking you, how can you acknowledge your worthiness this month, this Piscean season, right? What can you do? Maybe it's something creative you can do, but whatever it is, really needs to link with your second card which came through, which is the card of happiness. And this card says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So how can you do something that acknowledges your worth, surrounds you in unconditional divine love, but also makes you feel happy? And I really invite you to lean into that question, maybe do some journaling on it. What would it really mean for you to really feel happy, to really feel your worth and step into that side of yourself in this Piscean season? Because ultimately, I love that this card is watery as well, actually, I've just noticed that. Everything's watery for Pisces season, I love that so much. But ultimately there's that energy that you have within you that is this divine unconditional love. How can you bring that up and share that with yourself and others for this Pisces season? If you chose card pile 2, then your main theme is Vortex, calling back your power. Your higher self is bringing you in all you need to support you. Now this is really interesting, because when I saw this card, when I pulled it, I felt instantly a positive connection, because if you know anything about Esther Hicks, you know she talks about the vortex, getting into the vortex. It's a very positive thing, right? However, this talks about calling back your power. And what's interesting is, even though I think ultimately diving into the vortex can be a very positive thing. The card that came through for you as a soul lesson was fear. I realized that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So this is very interesting to me. So this is saying that your focus for the end of this astrological year is to look at how you are living in or expressing or experiencing the element, the emotion of fear, and remembering that fear is an earthbound experience. There is no such thing as fear outside of earth, because everything is divine, unconditional love and light and healing, right? I very much believe there's no such thing as hell or heaven, it's just divine love. And so this card is saying, how can you call back your power, because you have given your power away to fear recently. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is, what am I feeling fearful about? Is there a particular thing that you're about to embark on, or is just fear and anxiety ruling your life in general? And perhaps this card is coming as a reminder that we're in this space of endings with Pisces season, so how can you bring an end to that? That's not who you are, that's not your truth. Fear is just something we can experience on earth. And since that's not your truth, how can you recall your power back from fear? So it's not necessarily about another person or another thing, but it's really about your focus and your mindset leading towards fear, where really it is inviting you to lean into love more, right? Because all that is real is love. Anything else is the illusion that we have on earth that we might experience, and of course those experiences are very real, but at the same time it is the illusion of earthly life. When you go back up to the divine, you find actually it's just love. So I'm just inviting you to look at your relationship with fear at the moment. How is fear in your life? Is it ruling your life, or is it something on the sideline, or is it something you might not have realized is actually ruling your life and is holding you back from living? Because very often when we're in a space of fear, it's because we lean more towards getting a sense of control. We feel like we have to control things because that makes us feel safe, and when we're safe we don't have a need to fear. So is there something that maybe you've been trying to control or organize or hold on to when you really need to let it go because of this fear and this feeling that if you can control things, fear will disappear? Because again, that's just another illusion. So I think there's a bit of shadow work that's coming in here, and that's absolutely fine, because it is again about endings. It's about letting things go, so that would make complete sense. So rather than letting this emotion rule you or control you or dictate your life to you, I'm inviting you to look at where it is in your life and what you can do to release it. And very often the simplest way to release fear is to feel the fear and do it anyway. Very often we build these things up in our mind thanks to our ego saying, oh my gosh, we're not good enough for that, we can't possibly do that. And then when we actually do it, we think, oh wow, that really wasn't that bad at all. I can't believe I was so worried about that. So I just invite you to really challenge that aspect of your shadow, of your ego, and look at how you can invite more love in and let go of fear this Pisces season. So I hope that you've enjoyed these readings. Let me know how they resonate in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. Oh my god, it's freezing in here. So I hope that you've had these readings and the souls, is that right? Yeah.